It's a staple on almost every TV network, but just how real is reality TV? And has it gone too far? Are train wreck TV shows giving black people a bad rap? And when it comes to making money, who are the real biggest losers? We're looking at the real deal of reality TV straight ahead on Meet the Faith. Hello and welcome to Meet the Faith. I'm Ian Smith. Today we're taking a peek at a guilty pleasure, reality TV. Hate it or love it, you know you watch it. But when is it time to turn off the reality TV? Getting real with us today, the winner of the 2005 Season 4 of The Apprentice, Randal Pinkett. Also, Omarosa, also from The Apprentice. And fitness trainer and My Celebrity Fit Club colleague, Drill Sergeant Harvey Walden IV. Thank you all for joining us. Most recently, ratings for Flavor of Love and I Love New York have hit the roof. But do these shows support stereotypes of modern-day minstrels and loose black women? Are black people getting a bad rap on reality TV?
Oh, I like that.
Y'all not trying to hear me, man.
Ghetto superstars, that seems to describe the latest crop of black reality TV creations. From New York and Flav to Omarosa and Eva, these characters are entertaining to some, embarrassing to others.
And of course, there have been several situations in which black people, and generally black men, have done things on reality shows that were just so tragically embarrassing.
It's no wonder some folks feel these shows are on a mission to make us look bad. Stop. So in this debate over who's to blame for giving blacks such a bad look, a lot of fingers are pointing right at the TV networks.
I feel like to focus on saying it's reality television's fault for any problems in the black community is just, it's ridiculous. I mean, these people, no one has to tell them to act like that.
Slap me.
And what about the characters themselves? Aren't they responsible for their own actions? Kwame Jackson knows firsthand. He earned high marks on NBC's hit The Apprentice.
It was very important for me to do what I call, I'm from the South, act like I had a little home training. We have a very, simple phrase, and that means all the places you've been, college, church, your mom telling you the right thing to do, represent all those people and not just simply be on television being a buffoon or a jigaboo.
Perhaps reality TV's real power brokers are the viewers.
This is a business, and the College Hill fight scene came on. That was, one of the highest rated shows that BET ever had. From a business sense, of course you're going to want that on there because it's making money.
So in the end, maybe the one to hold responsible in the reality TV blame game is the one holding the remote.
You can change the channel. We're not children. You make a choice.
Sometimes you look at these shows and you go,
but why do we have to own that as being just us on reality television? I think across the board, have you ever seen Real World? They have more scenes of alcohol and sex among the white college students.
Sure, but the stereotypes, we're already chained down by stereotypes.
But that continues from sitcoms, from dramas. We've always talked about the misrepresentation of African Americans in television, and that's an extension, and it is extending into reality TV.
I think the problem is that America has traditionally placed the images that they see on television as if it is representative of our entire community. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with it. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with it. I'm saying that that's the reality that we continue to face.
But we have to be very clear. We're not a monolith. You're different.
Right, but America doesn't acknowledge that.
But
a brother
have to train them
with
and
a PhD in a car is still a brother.
Oh,
right.
Well,
period.
There's no question about that.
I'm watching Charm School, Flavor of Love. I watched one episode of New York. People said, I'm embarrassed by that show.
They know exactly what they get into when they start when that red light comes on the camera.
It should frustrate you that we're not going to get on television unless we had reality television. As a result of America's Top Model and Flavor of Love, we've seen more black women on TV than we have in the last 20 years. They're not casting us in network dramas and sitcoms. Let's get real. Yes, we are getting on because it's a dating show, but that's the only opportunity.
But that's the question. What are we getting on?
What are we getting on? Let's get real. Well, listen. Some of these sisters, it's their only opportunity to get out of their situation.
Right. I don't want crumbs.
So I'm not going to be the one.
Crumbs are being offered to us.
But you
I'd rather have nothing. I'd rather have nothing than have crumbs.
Randall, you have that luxury.
But
you have a PhD from MIT. You're very educated. Some of these folks are not educated.
And
that represents the range of our people. You said let's represent the range of our people. Some of our folks aren't as highbrow as
if it's skewed, so give me this. If they gave us 100 slots on TV and told you we will put 100 people in those slots that are all to one side, would you take it or leave it?
Would I take it or leave it?
Yes, would you take it or leave it?
I took The Apprentice, which is totally different than Flavor of Love.
I'm not saying
Answer
but
his question.
if everyone
You starting the question.
If every 100 slot was Flavor of Love.
Oh,
if
no,
every 100 slot,
because I'm not
take
going
it,
to
would you take
date
it or
on
leave it?
television.
Would you
That's
take it or
not my
leave it?
personal choice.
You would leave it.
I wouldn't, but I know 100 women that would take it.
I'm not saying you as a character. I'm saying you as a decision maker.
Well,
if they gave you all
I don't do
100 slots.
hypotheticals. I don't know.
And you took Omarosa, stop it. You need to stop it. You took Surreal Life, and Surreal Life.
Because did you know how much they paid me to do Surreal Life?
Oh, well, we're going to get into that. No.
I mean,
We're going to
give me a
find out.
break. They knew I was
How much they pay you? How
So
much
we
they pay you?
compromise our morals for the dollars.
Hold on for a minute. I don't know. It's
I
the
didn't
next
compromise
segment,
my
but give
morals,
me the
but I
answer.
milked the hell out of that
gotta take
cow.
this one
I'm going to
deeper.
tell you that.
Well, how much did they pay you then? You brought it up. I didn't.
Oh, I have no problem telling you. It was $50,000 for 10 days of work. And doing nothing, vacationing.
$50,000 for 10 days of work.
Vacationing.
Great. When we return, from fist fights to public defecation, is reality TV keeping it too real? BET's Andre Schoel has more.
It seems like every time you turn on the tube, reality TV shows flood the airwaves, and Americans watch by the millions.
Top Chef, Project Runway, I Love New York. You kind of have to watch I Love New York and Flavor of Love, or you're left out of a lot of conversation.
Now, these shows are supposed to give us a slice of reality, but the question is, are we biting off more than we can chew?
There's even like so many different segments of reality TV. There's some reality shows that are just trashy and embarrassing, and you're like, I can't believe I watched this stuff.
But it's the on-screen craziness that people just can't seem to get enough of.
People just straight up enjoy watching craziness. It's not something that's to my taste, but until we decide that we want something better, then we're not going to get anything better.
But who decides what better is? Is it the consumers or the producers?
The most outrageous things that happen on reality shows are what gets a lot of press, what gets people talking, so that's what they show.
But when is enough finally enough?
Always like, how can we push it? How can we go further? And sometimes, the audience doesn't always understand what's real and what's not.
America keeps tuning in every week to see the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Omarosa, is it too much? I mean, it just seems like we've just kind of gone way overboard.
Well, reality television started out crazy. It kind of got civilized, and then it got crazier again.
But is that acceptable? Is it good? I mean, what is the limit, Randall? I mean, your show was very different to many degrees. But now it's the fighting and the spitting and the going to the bathroom. And all.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't watch those scenes from shows and think to yourself that we've gone too far, then you just have no measure, you have no compass for television. I mean, I was watching that, and like you, I've seen some of those scenes, not necessarily because I watched the shows, but because it's unavoidable.
But doesn't the audience determine what they want to see and how much they want to see of it?
No, I think it's a combination of the audience as well as the producers of the shows. And you know as well as I do that casting for a reality television show is a combination of people that they probably think have a legitimate shot of doing well in whatever the environment is, and people that they know are going to make for good television.
Well, they chose me because I'm sweet.
But Harvey, here's the thing. Let's be honest. Even on our show, Celebrity Fit Club, that, things go overboard. Here's a show about people trying to lose weight and be healthy and be positive. Is it too much?
Flavor of Love and all those other New York, those are a bit too much. But, on our show, if I'm having a bad hair day and the person on the other side is going to receive, some of the repercussions of that, then, hey, that's reality.
Who's really responsible for these images?
But,
the people who are cast, the producers, the networks for airing it?
They're all complicit. And no one ever is going to watch an episode of New York and say, those bad producers. They're going to say, look at New York act a fool. And really, we're all complicit in this process. When I went on the show, I knew that I was getting into a reality show, and the producers had all the rights to edit it after we were done.
Let's talk about Surreal Life.
Okay.
Janice Dickinson has a knife over you.
My head.
And it goes, and you go crazy.
I didn't go crazy. I was very calm and letting them know that if they didn't get the knife from over my head, there was going to be a dead supermodel laid on that floor, because I don't get into the violence thing. But when you start allowing somebody who has a known documented drug problem, who has mental illness, and you hand her a butcher knife, and that was handed to her by a producer. So I knew that Janice was just going along to get along. But I had to make sure that my personal safety was not compromised.
Right, and I'm not trying to absolve those of us who put ourselves into a reality television show. We all are responsible for our actions. All I'm saying is that if reality TV presents itself as a genre that is reality, when in fact there are calculated decisions on who's selected and people putting knives in people's hands or the like, then that creates a skewed reality. And that's where I think the production role really does influence people's perception of what we see.
And that's what we're going to get into next for sure. When we return, how real is reality TV?